Good morning. Just want to check in and see if you all can hear me. I haven't started the video just yet, just trying to make sure everything is in place. Can someone give me a thumbs up or something in the chat box just to let me know that you can hear me okay? Great, thank you, Melissa. Appreciate that. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started here. If you all have any questions or need anything, just take yourself off mute and let me know, and we will go from there. Okay, my video should be coming on. All right. Here we go. So if everyone could just go ahead and get started. This morning, we're going to go ahead and start on our backs. We're going to do just a traditional flow, regular style vinyasa. We're going to focus a little bit on the hips, but for the most part, it's going to be your traditional yoga flow to kind of move that energy around and kind of get yourself going for the weekend. So if you want to go ahead and get started, we'll do some stretching and our opening meditation, and then we'll get started with our flow. So go ahead and lay on back onto your backs. Put your shoulders down nice and heavy on the mat. Start dropping into that yoga breath, not really changing it too much, but just starting to take longer inhales, really extending your exhales, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, visibly, feeling that like sound as you breathe out through your mouth. Feeling your chest widening, both tall and wide, feeling that expansion. Sort of bringing yourself to being really present on this Saturday morning. Go ahead and stretch those arms out up in front of you. Kick your heels towards the front of your mat. Start circling wrists and ankles, popping any joints. And if at any time the audio cuts out or the video cuts out, you can go ahead and just take yourself off of mute and let me know. Now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and grab those knees, bring them into your chest, give them a nice big squeeze. With your peace fingers, grab your toes, and on an exhale, open up, happy baby. Noticing any places where you might feel some tightness. Just kind of breathing in those spots, just envisioning that breath going all the way deep down into those spots. For me, my hips are kind of tight this morning. So without judgment, I'm just noticing. We're gonna exhale and let go of our left leg. Let it drop all the way down to the mat, keeping hold of the right toes. One-legged happy baby. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna bring that left leg back up. We're gonna grab the peace fingers, exhale into full happy baby again. Breathing in nice and deep, exhale. Inhale, let go of the right leg, take it all the way out to straight. Taking the right arm all the way out into T position, keeping hold of those left toes with your peace fingers, one-legged happy baby. Inhale, bring the right leg back to center, grabbing hold with the peace fingers. Exhale, full happy baby. Inhale, go ahead and grab those knees, pull them into your chest nice and tight. Take your arms out into a T position and then slowly drop both knees over to the right. Bring a little twist in here this morning. Trying to keep both shoulders flat on your mat. Inhale, bring both knees back to center. Pull them in nice and tight. Give yourself a big hug. Take those arms back out to T position. Exhale, drop both knees over to the left. Try and keep both shoulders flat on your mat. Keeping your face nice and relaxed. Inhale, bring both knees back to center. Squeeze them in nice and tight. Exhale, bring them all the way down to the mat. Take your hands now, put them back behind your head. Just interlace them. And then I want you to inhale, lift your head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat. And then take it over to the right. And then lift your feet up off of the mat and then take them over to the right. Keeping both shoulders back on the mat. You're just feeling a nice long banana stretch here. So head, shoulders, and heart are over to the right. Your feet are over to the right. You're breathing, noticing the nice stretch through the side body on the left. And then moving intentionally, we're going to lift our feet and we're going to move them back to center first. Inhale, head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat and then take it back to center. So we are now back in neutral. We're going to inhale, lift head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat and then take it over to the left. Now, when you're ready, go ahead and pick up those feet and move your feet over to the left, feeling that nice long banana stretch over to the left. Continuing to breathe, staying really present. Anytime you find your thoughts wandering away from the mat today, just always come back to your breath, thinking about your inhales and your exhales. Bring your feet back to center first. Inhale, head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat, and then take them back to center. Go ahead and put a bend in both knees. Take your feet flat on the mat, and then take your arms out. And we're just going to windshield wiper those legs from side to side. Just inviting in some ease, inviting in some presence as we begin to move on our mat. And then whenever you find that natural stopping point in the middle, go ahead and extend your legs all the way out. Lay on your back, shoulders up, shoulders flat on the mat, feeling nice and heavy. Tailbone is tucked a little, palms are facing up. We're just gonna really set our intention here for what we want to get out of our yoga practice today. Close your eyes. Relax your face, your entire dashboard of your face. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Feel your eyeballs nice and heavy, sinking back into your eye sockets. Intentionally relax your cheeks. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth and separate your teeth a little. I invite you to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly as you set your intention today. Remembering that you are always stronger than you think you are. I am stronger than I think I am. I can always hold on for one more breath. And then setting your own personal intention for today's class. Breathing in nice and deep. Exhale hard out your mouth. Let it all go. Okay, yogis, we're ready. Go ahead and grab those knees. Pull them into your chest one more time. Give yourself a nice big hug. Grab those peace fingers and exhale, open up. Happy baby. We're gonna do a little bit of core here before we get started. So go ahead and drop those feet down to the mat. Take your hands back behind your head. I want you to interlace your hands back behind your head, but don't want you to pull your neck forward. I want you to keep your nose to the sky, looking up. You're gonna inhale head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat. Trying to keep both shoulders up off of the mat during the entire rotation of the core movements that we're going to do, and then we'll relax back down, but want to make sure that you're not cranking your neck. You're keeping it nice and neutral, keeping your nose going up towards the sky. Okay, so relaxing all the way down, we're going to take our legs all the way straight up into a waterfall position here. Pull those toes back toward your face, kick your heels towards the ceiling. Inhale, head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat. We're going to exhale. We're going to slowly lower those legs down towards the front of your mat until they're about 6 inches off the ground. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to bring those legs back to center. We're going to exhale. We're going to drop those legs using the side body, not cheating here and using our hips, but we're going to really bring it down towards the right corner of the mat. Inhale, bring those legs back to center. Exhale, drop your legs towards the left corner of your mat. Core is engaged, belly button to spine. Inhale, back to center. Moving slowly and intentionally, we're going to drop those legs all the way down the center. Zip those thighs together, roll those thighs in. Inhale, bring those legs back to center. Exhale, drop the legs over to the right. And we're breathing here. Bring them back up. Inhale. Exhale, drop those legs over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop them down the middle. Inhale, back to center. Check in. Are your head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat? Drop them down over to the right. You can always hold on for one more breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop them down to the left. Inhale, bring them to center. Exhale, drop them down to the center. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then hold them when they get to be about 6 inches off the mat. Hold it. Hold it. Drop them. Relax completely. Take nice, deep, resetting inhales. Maybe put a little dog tilt in your spine. Kind of stretch those abdominals back out. We'll do one more series here. Again, bring the hands behind the head. Bring both knees up into 90 degrees. Tucking the tailbone, making sure that you don't really have like an arch in your back here. You want to be nice and flat. We're going to inhale, head, shoulders, and heart up off of the mat. We're going to extend our right leg out towards the front of the mat. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Twist. Come back to center. Exhale, drop that left. Bring the left elbow to the right knee. And coming back. Twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Moving with attention. Staying with your breath. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Bring both knees back to 90 degrees. We're going to really pull those knees in towards our chest. Curl the tailbone up. Head, shoulders, and heart still up off of the mat. Go back to 90 degrees. Head, shoulders, and heart still up off of the mat. Pull those knees in. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, take it back to 90 degrees. Inhale, curl the tailbone up. Pull those knees into your chest. Exhale, 90 degrees. 3 more times. Pull it in. Breathing in, pulling it in. Exhale. Inhale, bring those knees into your chest. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Take your knees all the way down to the mat. Drop head, shoulders, and heart all the way down. Again, stretching out nice and long if you want to. Maybe putting a little dog tilt in your back, stretching those abdominals back out. And then whenever you're ready, you want to come up into a tabletop position. So if you want to roll up and come into a tabletop position, wrist under elbows, under your shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to just start moving through some cat and dog tilts here. So we're going to drop our belly. We're going to lift our hips. We're going to look up. Inhale. Exhale, round the back. Pull the belly button to spine. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, up. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale, dog. Exhale, cat. Now I want you to go ahead and move at your own breath pace here, but also want to invite you that if you need to maybe circle in some barrel rolls here and maybe, rotate that spine from side to side, go ahead and do that as well. Making sure that if you go in one direction, that you also go in the other. And just start trying to warm up that spine, get it nice and fluid and ready. Let's go through our practice today. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and stop back in the neutral position, back in tabletop. And then we're gonna drop those hips. Our knees come out wide a little bit. We'll really drop our bottom. We're going to reach our arms out nice and long, trying to bring those armpits down to the mat. Bring your forehead down to the mat so you're in child's pose. Belly is down, really feeling that reach through the armpits. Finding your center here. And your arms are going to stay in the same place. And all you're going to do is you're going to tuck your toes and then lift your hips, and you're going to come up into your first down dog of the class. Your feet should be about the distance apart that your feet are long. So if you want to just check that, you can always just place your foot sideways, and then you kind of know that's about how far apart your feet need to be. So we're in down dog here. You can walk your dog, kind of move those legs, bend your knees, shake your head a little bit, nice and relaxed. I like to put a bend in both knees, really push my chest back, and then try to take those bends out of my knees. Trying to see if I can just really get into my down dog, really pushing the chest back towards the thighs. Down dog is a resting pose, so anytime that you need to take a break today during our practice, go ahead and take a child's pose, stay in down dog. If you don't want to do the flows, you're always welcome to just push back into down dog. So do whatever is best for your practice today. All right, we're going to slowly just walk our feet up to meet our hands. We're in our first forward fold, having a slight micro bend in both knees, making sure that we don't ever lock our knees out. You don't want to do that, so keep a nice micro bend here in your knees. Just feeling yourself being nice and heavy. The crown of your head is pulling down towards the mat. You can interlock your hands here if you'd like, putting those hands in your elbows, maybe swaying a little bit from side to side. Ragdoll here. Take those hands back down to the mat. You can bring them up to your shins, and then inhale up with a flat back, coming all the way out, shining that heart forward. Exhale, come into the full forward fold. Inhale, put a bend in both knees, slowly rolling all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae until you get all the way to the top. Your head comes up first, and then inhale those arms all the way up, bringing the palms together. Exhale, push those hands together, bring them down to heart center. Inhale all the way up. Root to rise, exhale, hands to heart center, and then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat on the outsides of both feet. You can step or jump back, high plank. We're just gonna run through some sun salutations here, getting ourselves nice and warmed up. So we're starting in a high plank here, core is pulled in nice and tight, belly button to spine. We're gonna rock forward on those toes, exhaling down chaturanga, not going past 90 degrees. Flipping those toes over, inhale up, up dog. Our thighs are up off of the mat. We're pushing into the top of our feet. And then we're gonna roll over those toes, coming into down dog. Taking nice 3 big cleansing breaths here in down dog. Do the last one together here. Inhale. Exhale. Walking both feet up to the front of the mat. We're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take the full forward fold. Hands on both sides of the feet, step back, high plank. Rock forward on your toes, exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, taking those cleansing breaths here when you get to your down dog. One more time. Walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale up, half lift, flat back. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Hands on both sides of the feet, step back, high plank. Belly button to spine, tips, toes forward, chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. All right, we're gonna inhale that right leg nice and high. Trying not to sink into the left shoulder here, so keeping the weight nice and even through both shoulders. Step all the way through. Cycle down that back foot. Inhale up, warrior one. Hips are closed off, pushing back through the outside edge of that left foot. Elbows are straight. Pinkies are rolled in a little. We're breathing, sinking into our hips, knowing where our edges are, maybe being able to drop down just a little lower. It's the beginning of class. And we're going to exhale our hands down, frame that front foot, step back, flow through it. Flowing through at your own breath, your inhales, your exhales. Inhale that left leg nice and high. Remembering we don't want to drop in, sink into that right shoulder. Staying into both shoulders nice and evenly. Step all the way through. Cycle down that back foot. Inhale up, warrior one. Pushing back to the outside of that right foot in the back. Hips are closed. Breathing in, look up, roll those pinkies in, arms are nice and straight. Good. All right, hands come down, frame that front foot, step back and flow. If you don't want to flow, you can always just go from high plank, push back, and down dog, whatever is in your practice today. Good, we're gonna inhale that right leg nice and high. Step it all the way through. We're gonna drop that left knee down. We're gonna inhale up. We're gonna low crescent lunge. We're gonna take our hands down to the top of our knee and really gonna just kind of push that tissue forward a little. Really starting to open up those hips. Feeling it over here in our hip flexor on the left. Really just kind of moving that energy. We tend to hold a lot of energy in our hips, and so it's really good to open that back up, get that energy out, get it moving, let it go. Good, you can relax off of that a little bit. Inhale your arms all the way up. We're in a low lunge. We've got our toes curled under in the back on the left, and we're just gonna straighten that back leg and we're gonna come into a high lunge. And we're breathing. And then we're gonna take our left hand down to the mat and we're gonna come into a twisted lunge here. We're breathing. And we're gonna inhale all the way up, staying in the twist. Coming back into a high lunge. Come up, frame that front foot, step back, flow through. Good. All right, taking in those cleansing breaths here. Inhale, left leg nice and high. dropping into those shoulders, stepping all the way through. We're gonna drop down that back right knee. We're gonna inhale up, coming into a low crescent lunge. Hands come to the top of the knee. We're gonna push forward, opening up the hips here. Really using those arms to push forward, making sure we get that nice stretch here in our hip flexor, and then also feeling that nice stretch here on the left side. Curling under your right toes. We're gonna come back off of that a little, and then we're gonna take our arms all the way up. We're gonna inhale up into a high lunge. Good. Now we're gonna take our right hand down, coming into a twisted lunge. Staying with the twist, we're gonna inhale up. Good. Bring both arms back to center. We're in a high lunge. Bring our hands down, framing the front foot. Step back, flow through. Inhale, right leg nice and high. Step it all the way through. Inhale up, high lunge. Taking those arms back, airplane arms. Really leaning forward. Staying strong. Dropping those hips. Inhale back up, high lunge. Exhale, come forward, airplane arms. Inhale back up, high lunge. Exhale, drop those arms back. Continuing to shine our heart forward, but our shoulders rolled down and back. Inhale up, high lunge. Hands come down, frame the front foot, step back, flow it through. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Step it all the way through. Inhale up, high lunge. Staying with your breath here. Exhale forward, arms come back. Inhale up. Our legs really aren't moving here. Inhale forward, arms come back. Moving up. Last time, bring it back. And forward. Hands come down, frame the front foot, step back, flow it through. Good. Taking some cleansing breaths when you get to down dog. Inhale that right leg nice and high. Exhale, bend the hip, open the hip, bend the knee, open the hip, twinkle your dog. Step it all the way through. We're gonna inhale up. We're in a high lunge again. Now we're gonna move here. And so right now we've got a bend in our right knee. Our back leg is nice and straight. We're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna put the bend in our back leg and we're gonna straighten our front leg. And then without moving our hips up or down too much, we're gonna shift forward, trying to keep them moving this way. Put the bend back in the front leg, straightening the left leg. And again, we're going to slide back, reversing the bends in each leg, and then move forward. Slide back, shift it, straighten that front leg, put the bend in the back leg. One more time. Come forward in a regular high lunge. Reverse the bend. So take the bend out of your front leg, put the bend in the back leg. Good. Come forward again. Regular high lunge. Hands come down, frame the front foot. Step back. Flow it through. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Bend your knee, open your hip, twinkle your dog. Step it all the way through. Inhale, up, high lunge. We're going to reverse the bends on our legs. So right now, our right leg is nice and straight. We're going to put a bend in that. We're going to take our left leg straight. Come forward, straightening that right leg, bend in the left, and reverse it, slide back. Forward, reverse it back. Inhale forward, reverse it back, and come forward. Hands come down, frame the front foot, step it back, flow through. Inhale, right leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open the hip. This time I want you to bring your foot all the way forward, but I want you to put it on the outside of your right hand. So we're coming into lizard. If you want to drop this back knee, you're welcome to do that. Really just kind of turning your toes out a little bit. Your knees coming out some. And we're really just kind of feeling that deep stretch in our hips here. And then if it's in your practice, you can go ahead and come down to your forearms. And then if you want to add a little sriracha, you can go ahead and take that knee back up off of the mat. Making sure that you're staying with your breath here. Taking that knee back down to the mat. Walking your hands back up underneath your shoulders. And then slowly move your right foot back to a neutral position in the middle. And then I want you to just slowly shift your hips back to where they're on top of, your knees are stacked. I myself kind of wish I had my blocks handy. So then we're going to move into a runner's lunge here. So right leg comes out nice and straight, making sure that our hips are right above the knee. So we're nice and aligned here. And then we're going to take a forward fold coming into a runner's lunge, pulling the toes back towards our face. It's an intense hamstring stretch. So only go as far as what's in your practice today. If you have it in your practice and you want to move into the splits here, you're more than welcome to do that. I haven't had that in my practice today, so it's good for me just to work on a runner's lunge. There's no problem with that. All right, we're going to put a bend back in that front knee. Take our hands, back up, frame that front foot, curl our toes under in the back on the left, step back, we're in a high plank, and we're gonna flow through on this side. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Come all the way forward, this time bringing that foot to the outside of the left hand. Pausing here, preparing for lizard. And drop that right knee down. Really kind of pushing that knee out a bit. So you're really feeling that opening in the hip. And come down onto your forearms if that's in your practice. Curling the toes, lifting the back knee up off of the mat if you want to add a little hot sauce today. Good. Dropping that right knee back down to the mat. Walking shoulders back underneath you. Bring that left knee back, or left foot back into center. And then we're gonna back up, bringing our hips directly over our knees, extending that left leg out, pull our toes back towards our face, and then exhale, forward fold here, runner's lunge. I myself have to really try to be intentional about trying to keep my shoulders back and my heart forward. This is a pose I find challenging. My hamstrings are tight. So I'm just trying to give myself some grace here in this pose. Find myself practicing giving myself grace quite frequently lately. All right, take those toes back down to the mat, shift forward, coming back into a low lunge. We're gonna step back, high plank, come forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right leg nice and high. Open the hip. Twinkle your dog. And then take your right ankle behind your left wrist, coming into pigeon. Sitting up nice and tall first. And then exhaling, taking the forward fold here. And come down to your forearms first. Kind of let this pose just really sink in and relax here. And then you're gonna exhale, come all the way forward. Bring your forehead down to the mat if that's in your practice. Just letting everything be heavy, letting everything down. Walking your hands back underneath. Sitting up nice and tall. Now from here, I want you to curl your back toes up under on the left side. We're gonna take our right leg from where it's at all the way into a three-legged dog with our hip open. So we're gonna go from here to a twinkle dog. So you're gonna take that foot back, three-legged dog, and then open the hip, and then set it back down. Good. Take a cleansing breath here, inhale. Exhale, deep breath in your mouth. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Taking that left ankle behind the right wrist for pigeon on this side. Making sure that your right leg is coming directly straight back out of your hip. We're gonna sit up nice and tall first. Shine that heart forward. Exhale, take the forward fold, walk down. Coming to forearms first. Pausing here. Relaxing all the way down, walking those fingertips out. Maybe taking forehead down to the mat. Inhale, walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. Curling those right toes back under, remembering where we're going. We're gonna take this bent left leg here, take it back up into a three-legged dog. Open your hip, twinkle it, and then set it back down for regular down dog. Good. Taking some cleansing breaths. Slowly rolling all the way forward into a high plank. From this high plank, I want you to just rock your hips from side to side here, left to right, using those core muscles, left, right, left, right, left, right, back to center, rolling forward on those toes. Try to round it down nice and slow. All the way to your belly this time. Take your arms back behind you. Rest your right cheek down on the mat. You to bring your feet up into your hands. Bring your neck forward in a neutral position, looking straight. On an inhale, I want you to lift your head, shoulders, and heart up. Lift your knees up. Keep those knees pulling in nice and tight. Breathing. Exhale, lower down. Take your left cheek to the mat this time. Relaxing. Bringing your head back to a neutral position, looking straight forward. Bend your knees, take your feet into your hands, and then on an inhale, lift your chest and your knees up off of the mat, making sure that your knees don't go wide here. We're pulling them together. Exhale, lower down. Let everything go. We'll do one more of these. All right, bring your head back to neutral position. Looking straight, not looking side to side. Bring those hands to your feet. Inhale, bring the shoulders back. Lift those hips. Really see if you can come a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Let everything go. Breathing in nice and deep. We're going to take our hands back underneath our shoulders, and we're just going to push all the way back, child's pose. Letting our belly come nice and Dropping in between our knees here, nice and wide, forehead to mat. And you can come up to a tabletop position, cross your legs underneath you, come into a seated position, and then we're going to go ahead and roll all the way down onto our backs, pulling our knees into our chest, giving them a nice big hug for all the work they did for us today. Grab and hold those toes with our peace fingers. Exhale, happy baby. Probably noticing that your happy baby right now at the end of class feels completely different than a happy baby at the beginning of class. Bring those knees back into our chest, hug them in nice and tight. Take our arms out into a T position. Drop both knees over to the right. Keeping both shoulders nice and flat on the mat. Inhale, bring both knees back to center. Give them a nice big squeeze again. Take those arms out into a T position. Drop both knees over to the left. Coming back to center, bring both knees back in. You can take your legs straight up into a waterfall. You can stay here if you would like. You can lift your hips and come into a shoulder stand if you would like to do that. Making sure the really important thing is that your neck stays neutral, your nose is going towards the sky, and you do not look side to side. I don't want anyone to injure their neck here. And then if it's in your practice and you want to take it into plow pose, go ahead and drop those legs back over your head. Do whatever feels good for you. And then whenever you're ready, if you're in plow pose or you're in waterfall or a shoulder stand, go ahead and slowly roll all the way down until you're all the way on your back. Preparing for Shavasana. Lay on your mat all the way flat. This is the best part of every yoga class. Lay on your mat, shoulders flat. Maybe lift your shoulders a little, bring them slightly towards one another, and then relax them completely, letting your body be nice and heavy, forehead heavy, eyes heavy, cheeks heavy, jaw is relaxed, shoulder is heavy. Really intentionally letting your right foot be nice and heavy. Left foot nice and heavy. Your right calf heavy. Left calf heavy. Relaxing your right thigh, feeling it nice and heavy, melting all the way into the mat. Left thigh heavy. We're up into our hips. We're going to relax those, heavy, melting all the way down into the mat. Our right hand heavy. Left hand nice and heavy. Our back is melting all the way into the mat, nice and heavy. Right arm, forearm, heavy. Left forearm, heavy. Relaxing the right shoulder, left shoulder, nice and heavy. And when you're ready, yogis, start maybe wiggling your fingers and toes a little, rocking your head a little from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll on over onto your right and pause there. Just as splinters can get embedded in our body, old emotions and beliefs act like toxins and become embedded in us too. We may have picked up residue along the way, beliefs we didn't consciously choose, feelings we weren't safe enough to feel, toxins from the world around us. Now is a time of cleansing. Now is the time to heal your body and your emotions, your mind and your soul. What beliefs and emotions do you need to heal? Look around at your life right now. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? What are you remembering? Who has come back into your life? What hurts? Is that feeling familiar? When have you felt it before? Once you've identified what you're feeling and thinking, release it. Let the energy go. Leave it. Let it leave your body. You can chatter all you want about what's going on with you, but that doesn't release the energy from your system any more than talking about a splinter takes it out. Sometimes the process will sting just a bit when you pull out the splinter. But don't worry, it won't hurt for long, and soon you'll feel better than you've ever felt in a long while. Often, the process of releasing old toxins can be gentle and natural as the way a flower or tree grows with sunshine and rain, a bit of fertile soil, and a little pruning and weeding. Growth can be gentle now. Growth can be fun. Breathe in new air. Breathe in new energy. Exhale the past, its feelings, beliefs, and toxins. Let it go and let yourself be transformed. And go on ahead and roll on up into a seated position. Inhale your arms all the way up, bringing them together at the top, pressing your hands together, bringing them down through the third eye, pausing there, being mindful of the thoughts that you have, releasing any toxins, letting go of any old toxic energy that you have. Feel those feelings and then let them go so that you can move forward and be transformed. Pull that down into your heart. I thank you all for joining me on this yoga practice today and for inviting me into your home to do your practice. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Namaste.